2, 1. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. Welcome back to another episode of SirReal Sports. I'm your host, Sirrod Mike. Back again with the myth, the legend, Penn State's very own, Darian Hardy. What's good?
What do you do, baby?
Hey, you already know. Hey, so big game last night, Super Bowl. That's why we're here. We're ready to talk some sports. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Hey, everybody out in San Diego, Southern California, buying a house, selling a house, need some information on the housing market. It's crazy out there. Let me know. San Diego's own best realtor in the city. Let's go. But let's get into it. Super Bowl. We're just going to get into whatever you want to talk about, man. In general, what are your thoughts?
You know, I really feel like San Francisco 49ers gave this game away, more so than lose the game and lost the game. We got
Liberty Bitterty.
Cut. We'll dub it.
Sorry, we got something. I really want.
We don't start over. We don't start over. No, you said you said in rehearsal that you thought that San Francisco lost the game as opposed to Kansas City winning the game.
Yeah, I really feel like you got to take advantage of every single second in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's the last game. It's for all the marbles, and you're being cute. 2 minutes left in the first half, and
being cute.
You're not using your timeouts.
Right.
I mean, you sitting on 3 timeouts for what?
Yeah.
It's the last game. I mean, try to score as many points as possible. I get it. He didn't have confidence in Jimmy G. That's what it was. Because with 2 minutes left, I mean, you do the 2-minute drill. I mean, you got to run the ball off. Pass the ball. It's Jimmy G's show. You pay him over $100 million, to be your QB. He got you to the Super Bowl along with the rest of the team.
Why are you playing like you're down or like you're up? And obviously it was tied. Play like you're down 50. Right. You have the ball with 3 timeouts. Yeah. Shove it down Kansas City's throat. Now I was going for Kansas City, but I was very disappointed in general in that game in Kyle Shanahan. We'll get into Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, but focusing on the 49ers, their defense showed up. Their coach did not. Their coach was conservative. It just, Andy Reid went for it on 4th down, twice?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah.
I think, if I recall, they had a 3rd and 2 with that running game. Every time he ran the ball, he's picking up 5 yards, picking up 6 yards. And then when you're supposed to run the ball, 6 minutes left, I think they were still up 10.
Thank you.
You throw it.
You throw it.
The first play, 6 yards, and then you throw it, 3 and out, you're done.
They ran the rock twice with 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter, up by 10, and threw it 12 times. And didn't convert pretty much on anything in the 4th quarter.
Now, what happened when he was the offensive coordinator for Atlanta when he played your
my Patriots? Oh, yeah, we came back from 28-3 with like 3.
When he was supposed to run it, he was throwing it. Are you not watching your own film?
He doesn't watch his own film.
Like Shanahan, that's what everybody was talking about.
Right. Hey,
he made a mistake. He's gonna learn from it. He came in and did the same. I mean, sometimes that's just who you are.
Right.
And I think people they just can't get out of their own way sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, Andy Reid, it took him 20-something years to win. A lot of times, game management, I think, was one of his biggest flaws. He couldn't get out of his own way until he had a quarterback who was just unstoppable.
You know what's funny? I listened to Troy Aikman say, I believe it was with less than 10 minutes. It was maybe about 7 minutes left in the game. I think the San Francisco 49ers got the ball back, and he was like, now it's time for Kyle Shanahan to run the ball down their throats. And what does he do? First play, he throws it. Yeah, it was a completion, but he didn't have too many more completions after that.
I told my fiance right before that 3 and out, this is what happened in Atlanta. I'm like giving her the backstory. Right. She saw that game. We all watched that debacle. And I was like, he was the offensive coordinator. People kind of blamed him for not doing that. Yeah. So I know you had some gripes with the choice of MVP.
Oh, yeah.
MVP. So who would you have as MVP if not Pat Mahomes?
I had Damian Williams.
Who? I'm sorry, was he on defense?
He was the running back.
Was he a receiver? I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. Well, the dude had 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing.
1 in garbage time.
He iced the game. It wasn't garbage time.
It was garbage time.
Because San Francisco stopped them.
San Francisco gave up. They're like, we're not winning. Our coach don't know what he's doing. Our quarterback is trash. They played no defense on that play. He had a straight away.
I'm telling you, they stopped that guy. Well, if they had Tom Brady, maybe it would have counted more. Yeah. But with Jimmy G, the way he was playing, maybe you're right. But at the same time, in my opinion, Pat Mahomes wasn't playing really all game. He was struggling. He had 3 fumbles.
A very mediocre game.
He was getting rocked, pressured by Nick Bosa. I mean, Nick Bosa got to him a couple times. He got sacked 4 times on the night.
Well, this is what Pat Mahomes should have did. He should have blocked for himself, and then he should have thrown the ball. He didn't have no time. And when he got a little bit of time, when he started finally going back, you let the cheetah, you called it in the last video, just go check out the last video. You said the cheetah can get open. Once the cheetah was getting open, and he made those big plays. That's where I give him the MVP, because when they needed big, not clutch, what's the word I'm looking for? Big yards. When they needed big yards, I forgot the word I want to use. He was able to provide that.
Right.
But the running back, Damian Williams, you said?
D. Will.
Yeah. He was consistent. He kept them kind of in the dogfight the whole time. But he was not the difference maker in putting that 10-point difference, and then they won by 10.
Well, then give it to Andy Reid then. Big Reid deserves the MVP.
Big cheeseburger.
You know?
All right, well, we talked about Jimmy G a little bit. We talked about San Fran. We also have a special guest today, our man Stephen A. Smith. He wanted to call in and chop it up with us. He probably hates everything we're saying. We got Stephen A. Smith on the line. All right, yeah, here we go. Let's listen to Stephen A.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? I love what you guys are doing. I love the show. SirReal Sports is one of my new favorites. But I'm just going to go ahead and read what I wrote on Twitter last night. In the end, Jimmy G couldn't get it done. But the real culprit here is Kyle Shanahan. From being the offensive coordinator with a 28-3 lead in 2016, then the head coach for this Super Bowl, he went away from the run and has been outscored 46-0 in both fourth quarters and overtime.
Okay, Steve is a little upset. We already talked about Kyle Shanahan. I mean, I don't know what Kyle Shanahan was thinking. Again, I'm not putting it all on him. Jimmy G still has growth. We said that, though. He still has a ways to go. Pat Mahomes is just ahead of the curve at 24 years old. He's just showing skills that we've seen before, but he's doing it on a different level. He's learning from those Aaron Rodgers and John Elways and all those great quarterbacks.
You know, I'm starting to disagree with Stephen A. the more I think about it. You know, it was on a coach. But what did I say in the last segment? I said I was going to go with Kansas City. My mind's going with Kansas City. My heart wants Jimmy G and the Niners to win, right?
Right.
But what happens? They get away from the run. You know what I mean? They get away from the run. You run the ball. You're running it effectively. And what did the Honey Badger say? You know, the guy coming out of LSU, Tyrann Mathieu. What did he say? I can't believe they stopped running the ball. I can't believe they stopped running the ball.
That's what gets me about professional sports. Is like I cannot be an NFL head coach or NBA head coach. I can sit up here and talk about it because we have opinions.
Right.
But I'm like, how is everybody at home? We're in like 7 different group chats. We're all texting. Everybody knows they're supposed to be running it, but the coach is on the sideline like, yeah, quarterbacks, you know, dip, down, calling throwing plays. And Jimmy G, did you see when Jimmy G threw the ball with his eyes closed?
He was scared to get hit.
My man said that actually one was an interception, the other one was in the second half when he got rocked, and I thought he wasn't coming back. I thought he had a concussion.
Right.
So yeah, man, they showed the replay. He was like, before he left the hand, he closed his eyes, man. He wasn't ready for that. And so, stop hyping up people that don't need to be hyped. You had a running game. You ran it 50 times the previous game. Run it 50 more times. Kansas City was not stopping that run.
Nah, they wouldn't.
You had a lead, and you have the running game. That's the perfect combo.
It's the perfect combo, man.
I'm happy for Kansas City, but man, I hate to see.
I'm not. I don't like those fans in KC. You know, I had a bad experience in the AFC Championship game last, but that's just another story for another day. Congratulations to Big Reid, though.
Hey, Big Reid, big cheeseburger, man. Trophy. The trophy wasn't important to him. He said he had a trophy wife. He was an all-around good guy. The whole league. I said even the San Francisco locker room was probably like, you know what? Good for Andy Reid, because they'll be back for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we said that last year about Jared Goff and Sean McVay. But anyways, okay.
We got to get this quote out there. I'm going to get the biggest cheeseburger you've ever seen, and it might be a double. God, dog. Well, that's how he's gonna celebrate that victory.
It's hard to wrap this show up. Again, we're gonna get up out of here, but we gotta give some love to that halftime show too, man.
Oh man,
I mean, just you know, I talk like that. I mean, that was on. That was dope. Guys were like, yeah, I'll watch this. So
you heard what Giannis said. You know, he tweeted out, he was like, man, that halftime show almost got me in trouble. I don't know what he was really alluding to. I don't know if he has a wife or a girlfriend at home. And
he got a girlfriend.
He got a girlfriend. So, you know, it was tight.
Yeah, with SirReal Sports, we're going to probably talk about some more Super Bowl in a different segment, but we'll wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you got some comments,
Ag, man. I told earlier. What happened? I see now people.
Nah, I'm